Hi everyone, Caroline here. Right, I want to do another take on the Wonderland stamp from the new Imala Chapter 30 that I want to do, and I want to introduce as well the Hello Honey, because I think that will be really nice, and I want to have a play with that. The other one I did was, of course, the one where it had the sun coming up or going down at the back of the hills, so that was a different type. And this one, I want to show you how I do a night sky with it. So I have a mask of Hello Honey, and she's going to go there, just there, like that. This self-adhesive masking paper is from Sticks 2, and it really is good because you can use it no matter how much you stamp over it. You can use it time and time again. So I'm going to get the castle, and that's going to go behind her there, because, you know, it's kind of magical, isn't it? She's got the castle behind her. In fact, I'm going to lift her and put her a little bit more offset here so we can see more of the castle. And pop her there. Let's get you right, missus. There we are. And I'll get the castle in there like that at the back. So she's daydreaming about her prince, isn't she? There we are. And I'm going to use my VersaFine Clair Nocturne. You can use the other VersaFine, the black onyx, or any other ink pads you have. If you're using alcohol markers and you want to colour straight away, like I've said before, use Memento, because you can ink straight away. I don't really bother much, to be honest. It doesn't bother me. Even if it runs a little bit, it blends in, doesn't it? Look at that. Such an exciting stamp this is. It really catches your imagination. So taking that off, I'm going to take my mask off now, lift that off, and you can see then where I can place her, just on the corner there. I've used that mask a few times, so you can tell they really are worth getting. So she's going to go up there, like that. And I'll stamp her there. And there she's fit straight in, can you see? Take that off. Pop this black down on black again. There we are. And I haven't done a mask yet for the castle, but I am just going to pop that back over her for a second while I do this sky. So just that back over there like that. And I'm going to start off with Faded Jeans. Again, I'm going to use my my landscape here and pop the moon just there, behind her there. And then I'm going on with the faded jeans, like that. I'm not worrying about going over the stamp, because I'll be colouring that in anyway. And then I'm going to use Chipped Sapphire, which is a lovely sky blue for a night sky of a blue. Can you see? It has that bit of a purpley look to the blue that you can get in a night sky. Can you see? Like that. And then I've got a little bit of black on my brush of the black soot, just going along the edges, just to bring in a bit of the darkness of the sky along the edge, like that. Just catching the clouds where it's dark and light. Can you see? If I take her off, you can see she's got the moon behind her and the sky. And just that little bit there, we're going to use the finger dauber and just flick up, just to give the outline behind like that. Can you see? That's it. And now we can start colouring in. I'm going to do the castle in a grey. So I'm going to start off with Cool Grey 2. Just going all over with it. It's getting a bit dry. To get another one of those. And that's a little bit better. Like I said, don't worry if you've coloured over, because we're going to be highlighting anyway with our pens. This is the Pro Marker again in a grey, Cool Grey CG2, but this is a fine tip. I need to get another brush, because I like the brush ones, they do a wider area. And this one is a CG, is the Cool Grey 3, CG3. For shading. When I'm colouring, I do like, if I can, to have about at least three shades of a colour. I think that's what I always like about the Spectrum Noir tri-blends, because you do get the three shades, but mine have gone a bit dry at the moment. I need to get another set. And of course you can paint as well, and I will be doing some demos painting. And if you tuning in for the launch on Monday, you will see Carly doing some fabulous painting. She does some amazing stuff. Again, down the sides of your anything that has shape to it like that. A little bit of shading. It just stops your image looking flat. Let's go over that in the darker as well. Then we can highlight them after. And then I'm going to go on again then with a 4. This is the 4. So I'm going down either side and underneath anywhere that's getting the shade. You can see by just going down the sides there like that. Bit of castle done then, won't it? That's lovely in the background there, isn't it? And using your Imala gel pen, or whichever one you have, just highlight your spires, and of course your flags in the sky, like that. And just the moon is catching that on that side, isn't it? Just be aware where the side of the moon is showing. And that's shining down on it. Makes such a difference, doesn't it? Just highlighting those turrets, it's like that. Makes them stand out. And the sun's shining, sorry, the moon's shining on that. And on those turrets and spires. You see that? Made a difference, hasn't it? We're just doing a little bit of a brown. Nothing too dark for the door. Just a lightish brown. using one of my Maya markers. This is the BR107, which is a bit of a reddy brown for the door there. And then a warm grey 3 of the Maya markers for the path here, the drawbridge. That's the drawbridge there. And again, some highlights on there of the moon. Okay. Let's do some dark grey down here. Shading makes such a difference, doesn't it? And for the blue, for the water in the mould here, that's a little bit too light. I've got a PB183. We'll give that one a try. Oh yes. So that's the water around the mould there. And a little bit of green where the grass is at the side, because the drawbridge is down. She's escaped from the castle, hasn't she? And she's out there. And I'm using the Uniball Silver just for doing the drawbridge metal on there to highlight that. Anything you think is metal, like on the door, around the windows. And of course on the spire. Like that. Okay, so now we will, I want to do that a bit of green there as well, because that's the hill behind her. And then we will colour in our gal. And I'm going to use some paints. These are gouache paints for her skin colour. Got these off Amazon. If you just put in gouache paints. But if you go on the How to Craft Network, there's a whole pack of gouache paints. Or if you just got watercolour paints, as Carly always tells us, you know, just use your browns, yellows, bit of red, you know, make up your colour on your palette till you get the shade you want. She's quite beautiful, isn't she? Don't want too much on my brush. I don't want it too wet. Do you know, even as a Christmas card this, if I know we've only just had Christmas, but I know there are challenges going on of people to make a Christmas card a day, you know, in advance of Christmas 2024. And instead of the grass, you could do that as snow, couldn't you? Have all snow here. That would be quite magical. Then I'll just shade just a little shading. There we are. Lovely. For this, I'm going to use quiche flamingo. Just pop a little bit on my glass mat. Spray with a little bit of water. Get my brush and colour this in pink. So you see, we've had a little bit of everything here today. Painting. Said I'd do a bit of painting, didn't I? I find sometimes with painting, it's easier to get to blend as well than with marker pens. Don't know what that is. It's like glue, but we will cover that up. And it wasn't. Never mind. No idea what that is. And of course you can paper piece. That'll be something else we'll be doing. Paper piecing. So just shading around there where it sits. And for a hair, a little bit of scattered straw. If you have water on your brush, you won't need to spray. Just pick up what's on your brush. Like that. The Distress Oxides are very good for using for painting. And if you've got all the colours, you've got a great selection. There. Dry off your brush and get some of it there. Ooh, squeaky. And a little bit of mustard seed. Just a little bit on my brush there. Just to highlight. Like that. It's looking lovely, isn't it? And with the blue, just going to do her eyes in a blue and her bow like that. A little bit of shading. I think I need those more blue. And our lips in a pink. Nice bright pink. Then using my highlighter again, just a little bit on the lips, just to give her a bit of a pout. A little dot in the eye as well. Okay, and on her bow, like that. Sometimes when you have Distress Oxide on, go back over with your pen if it's not quite dry and you don't want to warp it with heat drying. Just go over after it's dried a little bit and you're good. Just a fine marker, just to bring out those eyelashes, like that. This is a 0.6, and it just brings those eyes out a little bit, doesn't it? And there we have it. That's bit's done. Now what I use a soft, they're called extra soft pastels, Toison d'Or, and I just go around the moon like this, and then just rub with your finger like that, and you get that haze that you get around the moon, like that. The difference that makes, can you see? With my CG3, I'm now just going to go around the edge of her like that, and it creates a bit of a drop shadow. You see, like that. There we have it, and it just makes her stand out. Don't worry if it looks dark, because it lightens as it dries, and you will see that later. But it sets her away from the castle. If you don't like to decoupage, this is a very quick way to make it look like you've done decoupage, because it adds a bit of a drop shadow. Like that. Let's do that a little bit around the castle as well, just down the spires, just to set them out like that. A little bit of green up that corner. There we are. And that's lovely, isn't it? I mean, you can flick a bit of water on if you want to give some texture to the sky. I tend to think it looks like it's snowing or sometimes raining. And she's out there in a pretty dress. We don't want it raining on her, do we? You can add a bit of glitter, like glitter on your dress. So that's that done. That'll go on an 8x8 card, and you can line that with whatever you like, with black, which I think will be nice to outline that, or a grey. There we are, and there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll do some more soon for you. You know, if you're subscribed to the Imala channel, you will get updates when new tutorials come on, so it is worth subscribing. We don't inundate you with messages or anything. All it is you'll be notified when there's a new tutorial on the website. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.